Graham, first of all, this after the stretch of games where you're scoring 1 or 2 touchdowns a week, where did last week's performance come from?
I think they just we hit some explosives, we made some plays. But most importantly, I think we just played the right way, and I think to be successful on either side of the ball, like your best players have to play well, and that's what they did the other night. I think Hudson made some incredible plays. The 2 running backs were special with the ball in their hands. When the ball came, like the receivers, tight ends did, Dion made some explosives. Garrett was good, and obviously up front we did some special. They really played well, even kind of with the mix match crew that we've had to put together throughout. Like mix and match in the lines. They did a good job playing together, and so that's what I think. Like I said, I think we had some explosives. I think our best players did what they're supposed to do, played at a really, really high level. And then probably the thing I was most proud of, I thought they played really selflessly, as a unit, you know what I mean? And that's what it takes to be good, is you got to go out there and play selfless. And whether the ball's coming to you or not, play as hard as you can play. And I thought Dion was a great example of that last night, Saturday.
Wait out the one.
Yeah, Graham, I guess just the Hudson Card. Is it safe to say that was his best game of the year? It seems like he's healthy now, and he moved well in the pocket, threw it well, and just did everything well.
He was healthy on Saturday, so that helps. And I thought he played at a really high level, and the things that he did well, obviously you saw the Superman plays he made, right? He made some really, really impressive plays, got out of some trouble and hit some explosives with it. So that's you can't teach that. That's just a natural ability he has. But the thing that you probably don't see is it's the most disciplined game he had, just with his footwork. He was really clean with his footwork. The ball was on time. Good things happen when you do that. He was really disciplined with his reads in the run game and the pass game. I think early on he did some really kept the ball a couple times and got us some good yards. So it's like you said. I think the Syracuse game, he was playing at a high level, just had a couple turnovers that hurt, but did some good things there. And then the other day, I thought that's he said, as well as he's played, and no turnovers, especially with his feet and with his arm, and that's what he's capable of doing. And if he does that every week, you're gonna have a chance to be really good on offense. And so, that was proud of the way he played. He did some special stuff, and that's, like I said, the kind of player he's capable of being every week.
You guys had a lot of success on the ground, obviously, and it seemed like it was almost sticking to just pulling guards and tackles in the run game. Is that something Minnesota specific, or you feel you guys are good at?
I think that gap schemes have been good for us all year. Counter has been as efficient of a run as probably we have. I think it fits our personnel well, so that's one of the reasons, And then some of the stuff, like I said, some of the ways they lined up, it was. He gave us an opportunity to get to some of those plays. But the run game was definitely really clean, and did a heck of a job on there. I thought up front, they ID'd it well. They knew who they were working to, worked to him. And then when there was a free hitter, most of the night the backs made a miss, which, one of, I think it was Lockaby's big one. He comes through, we run counter, and they got a safety sitting right where he's supposed to be, 2-3 yards on the field. Lockaby makes him miss, and it turns into, an explosive run. And so, those guys did some good job of that all week. But the gap schemes were good for us. I think that you saw some of the 8 to 10 yard runs turn into 40, 50 yard runs because we did a way better job this week blocking on the perimeter at the receiver position than we've done all year. Those guys strained, and kind of what I touched on earlier, played as selfless as I've seen. And most of the touchdowns, if you watch even the running ones, Dion was the most excited one about it. And I think that's a testament to him and him wanting to be a great teammate, and some of those he sprung them on big blocks, and he was excited about that. And that's what, like I said, to be a great team, you got to play that way, and hopefully that's something we can build on.
Your offensive line is being held together by scotch tape and bubble gum at this point. And guys are playing out of position. Is that maybe the most impressive thing that came out of last week, was just how well they blocked given the depth?
Yeah, the amount of injuries we've had at that position is crazy. Never really been a year where I've seen anything like it. And like you said, we got guys probably playing out of position, guys that, Just like I said, like even the ones that are out there look like they can barely move half the time, and then come Saturday, they find a way to play tough and do all they can to give us a chance. And so, kind of like I talked about DJ after one of the Michigan game where he's limping around and he can barely bend his knee, it looks like, and he's still going out there and competing. All of them are doing that at this point. They're all banged up. There's no depth behind them, so they got to go, and they just keep fighting. And so to watch them perform as well as they did the other day, especially in the run game, was awesome. And like I said, I think it's a testament to them, the type of guys they are, and the type of competitors they are. They competed really, really well and gave us a chance to go win against a pretty good football team. And we kind of rode on their backs in the run game, and they did a heck of a job for us.
Just the Northwestern defense. It's supposed to be called a bend but don't break. The head coach calls the defense. Is there anything that's caught your eye about that? Watching film?
Yeah, I think they do a really, really good job. It seems to me they've gotten better and better and more confident as the year's gone on. I think they've gotten more and more comfortable with what they're doing. They're a group that knows exactly where they're supposed to be, and they're always there. They play a really disciplined style of football. They play really hard, and like I said, I think they're playing with some confidence right now. And so to have success against these guys, like, you're going to have to go play really, really hard, and that's going to be important for us, and that's important every week. But these guys, I think they do a great job. Like, if you just watch them, like how they strain and how hard they play, like I said, I think they kind of do what they do and say, like, this is what we do, and we're going to be good at it. And they've gotten good at it, like I said, because of how disciplined they are with their jobs and how hard they're playing. And so they create issues because of that. And for us to go have success, like we're going to have to go play at a really, really high level from an execution standpoint and just from an effort standpoint. Because if not, they'll get after you because they're going to play as hard as anyone you've played all year. And we got to match up.
When you run on the ball the way that you did on Saturday, how does that make your job of calling plays either easier or just you can go more to the playbook?
Yeah, I mean, when you run the ball like that, like, it seems like you can call anything that was working the other night, you know what I mean? And so it makes your job pretty easy. And obviously you want to, like, get back to things that hit a lot of the time, and we try to do that while still keeping them off balance a little bit. And so, I thought early on we did a really good job, like running the football, being able to, throw it, find some explosives, get the ball on the perimeter, in different ways. And so we did a good job of that. And then, like I said, I think that O-line just kind of started to wear them down. And then towards the end, it was just, man, just keep running the football because we had two backs that were playing at a really, really high level. And the O-line was kind of leaning on them, creating some movement, creating some lanes. And so when you have that combination going, like, you just got to keep, it's kind of like riding a hot hand, you know what I mean? Don't get away from it. And so we tried to do that, and like I said, the guys, did an unbelievable job executing, and it was fun to call. It was fun to watch them play that way. It's fun to call because it was easy. You just call whatever, and those guys were playing so hard it worked, it seemed, And so it was, like I said, it was a fun week, and we got to try to build on that and do it again this week.